Hello students, good morning everyone. I hope you are preparing for your exam which I have told you, right? Okay, in the last week, the videos, we have understand capacitors, okay? We understand a conductor can store charges and that ability is called capacitors. Then we understood that conductor are not sufficient enough. It don't have ability to store more charges. That's why this capacitor came into existence in real life. This capacitor is used to store charges. We understand how to calculate capacitance of a capacitor. In our syllabus, we have parallel plate capacitor. So we understand the formula of capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with air in between the plates as well as with dielectric between the plates, right? Those everything we understand. Then we understand about the energy of the capacitor. Okay, by two different ways. One is theoretical method, and there is using the graph of U versus V, right? Now today we will study like when a capacitor is connected in a circuit, then what are things may happen with it. Okay, so that is called combination of capacitors. We know what is the symbol of a capacitor, like this two danda of same size. This is a capacitor. Okay, now what is the capacitor and what is the capacitance? Capacitor is a device. Okay, it is a device. Its physical existence present. Physical existence means what? I can touch the capacitor. I can hold it in a hand. Capacitor. I can see the capacitor. But capacitance is the property inside the capacitor. Okay, I cannot see capacitance in real life. It is a theoretical concept, just a property. I cannot touch the capacitance with a real life. I cannot see it. Okay, what we can see is a capacitor. So what is capacitor? It is a device which possesses the property of capacitance. Okay, now when I connect a capacitor in a circuit, it can be connected in two different ways. That is called combinations: series connection or parallel connection. Now you need to understand how to identify a series or a parallel combination. Okay, like in class 10 you understand these things. Series and parallel you understood in class 10 also, right? In terms of registers. There are few students who have misconception like this. Straight line होगा तो series, ऊपर नीचे होगा तो parallel, right? ये बहुत ही बकवास idea है. Okay, these things will not help you. There is a particular way to identify the series and parallel combination. Okay, so the basics are written out here. Now, when you go through the syllabus further, okay, when we go through the syllabus further, we will come across one more chapter, electricity. In that electricity, we deal with resistors. There are also this combination there. I will not repeat these things again. Okay. So now see here. What is series? Capacitor has two terminals. This is one terminal. This is one terminal. Right? Out of the two terminals of one capacitor, only one terminal of each capacitor are connected directly. Okay. Like see here. This is a capacitor. This is a capacitor. Okay. These are the two terminals of capacitor C1. This is the two terminals of capacitor C2. Only one terminal is connected. The other terminal is not connected. Somewhere else. This and this are somewhere else. Only one terminal is connected directly. What's the meaning of directly? Directly means what? Only wire should be there between them. Nothing. There should not be a ammeter or voltmeter. Nothing. And no branching. There should not be any branching like this. Okay. Branching means another wire is not connected. So it's only a wire is connected directly. There cannot be anything else in between. Then these two capacitors are series combination. You understand? Okay. Okay. Now, so understand one terminal connected directly. One terminal out of two terminals only one will be connected directly means only wire will be. Now in parallel, both the terminals are connected directly. Branching not matters here. Branching हो भी सकता है, नहीं भी हो सकता है, कोई पंगा नहीं है. But both the terminals should be connected directly. Directly means what? Again, only wire should be there. Okay. So let's talk about few examples related to these two. Then we'll understand. Like the first one which I have told you, like this. Second one. These are the four most easiest part which you studied in class 10 also. See here. In this, one terminal of capacitor first is connected with another terminal of capacitor second. Okay, this is terminal. They are connected directly, there is no branching. So they are in series. Okay, now see here. This terminal is connected directly with this terminal. This terminal is connected directly with this terminal. Both the terminals are connected. Only wire is there. Branching is there, but branching doesn't matter to me. So they are parallel. Clear, class? Now, if I say like this, now see this one. If we use the class 10 concept, what will happen? Class 10 they are in straight line. That means they are in series. No, they are not in series class. They are different. See here. These two plates are connected directly. These two plates are also connected directly. There is no wire. Sorry, there is nothing extra other than wire. Only wires are there, na? So both the terminals, these two terminals are connected. These two are connected like this. So they are what? They are parallel. Okay, because both the terminals are connected in what? Directly. Okay, next. If I check out this one, now see this one. Let's talk one by one. Okay, C1 and C3. If you check out C1 and C3, this terminal and this terminal are connected directly. So one terminal connected, other terminal are not connected with each other. Directly नहीं connected है ना, बीच में capacitor आ गया C2. So C3 and C1, both the terminals are not connected. Only one terminal is connected. So we say this series? No. There is a branching here. They are nothing. They are neither series nor parallel. Okay, class. Similarly, go for C2 and C3. One terminal is connected. See? Connected na? The other terminal is not connected directly. So only one terminal is connected. But we have a branching here. That means C2 and C3 are nothing. They are neither parallel nor series. Now if I check C1 and C2, both the terminals are connected directly. Okay, only one terminal is connected. And is there any branching in between? No. That means they are in series. Clear, class? Now go for further. अगर मैं ऐसा ले लूं C1, C2 and C3. Now check this one. C1 and C2 directly connected, one terminal, but there is a branching. That means these two are not series. Parallel तो है नहीं भाई. क्यों नहीं है parallel? Because दूसरा terminal connected नहीं है. Okay. If I check C1 and C3, again both एक single terminals are connected. See, one terminal is connected. This terminal is connected with this terminal like this. But there is a branching here. That means C1, C3 is nothing. Clear? Similarly, C2, C3. Again, one terminal is connected, but there is a branching here. C2, C3 is nothing. So this term of circuit is nothing. We have to find out further by seeing the rest part of the circuit. Up to only this much. C1, C2, C3 are neither parallel nor in series. Is that okay? Now, we learn a special concept which we study in engineering. Okay, but we use this concept here in class 12 to understand the potential difference. कहाँ से कहाँ तक equal है, to understand series and parallel. Okay, but I have written the notes. See, if you see the PDF with page number, I forgot. Wait, it is in page number 15, chapter 2, page number 15. Okay, there under the topic combination capacitor, a small box is there. There it's written nodal concept of potential. Okay, nodal concept. This is not there in the notes. Okay, I have written only. We will study only the theory just to understand how to apply. Okay, so if you forget, you may write this thing in a notebook. Okay, so nodal concept of potential, what this say? For example, this is we have a circuit. Okay, we have a capacitor C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. Okay, now see what the meaning of nodal concept. These single points are called nodes. Okay, these are called nodes. There is no point here. Take it like this, a straight line. Okay. This is one point, this is one point, this is one point. Now see here. P and Q. Across PQ we have a potential difference V. Now see here. A very important part. I did not connect a battery here. I didn't connect a cell. I said just the potential will be applied. Why? There is a reason behind it. Okay. When a capacitor, you will study this thing in alternating current chapter, AC. You will study very nicely. For the time being, just remember a small part. That whenever a capacitor is connected with a battery, okay, this circuit after a few seconds, there is no current. Current becomes zero. Okay, why? Because the capacitor offers infinite resistance to the DC circuit. DC means battery, direct current. Okay, that's why when we make a circuit with a capacitors, we don't apply battery, we apply simply a potential difference. Now when you do numericals also, if in the numericals you have a battery or a cell and any arm got a capacitor, okay, we can remove that arm because the current will not go to that arm because the capacitor offer infinite resistance. Okay, so that's why we show it like this. 2 dot potential is V. Now check out the nodal concept. Potential difference across PQ is V. Okay, potential difference across PQ is V. Now see, this point P is directly connected with A. There is only wire here. Do you understand? Directly means wire. Similarly, this point Q is directly connected with G. Only wire. That means whatever the potential difference we have across these 2 points, the same potential difference we will have across AG also. Okay, because these 2 points are directly connected. Okay, because there is only wire. But in real life, what happens now? These things are theoretical. Now, in real life, the potentials are not equal because there will be some potential drop across the wires also, because wires also offer some finite resistance which is very small. Okay, so in theoretical life we ignore those. We say they are same. Is that okay? Similarly, the point A is directly connected with point B. Point G is directly connected with point F. That means this whole thing is directly connected. That means this is also equals to potential across BF. Okay, understand? So this potential difference is equals to across AG across BF. Done? But F is not directly connected with E. बीच में क्या आ गया? कैपेसिटर आ गया. G is not directly connected with D. बीच में क्या आ गया? कैपेसिटर आ गया. तो अब मैं और इक्वली बोल सकता हूँ. That means this potential is equals to this potential across this. Okay. Now similarly, potential across EF. E and F. इसके across का potential. Now E is directly connected with D. F is directly connected with G. See, right? That means can I say potential across EF equals to potential across DG because they are directly connected. Don't see parallel and series concepts. Okay. You mug up like this ना, parallel है potential equal होगा, series है current equal होगा, charge equal होगा, ऐसे नहीं पढ़ना है. Okay, you have to see the circuit whether nodes are connected directly or not. कौन-कौन से nodes directly connected है, वो दोनों equal होंगे. Okay, so E directly connected with D, F directly connected with G. That means potential across this and potential across this are equal. Is that okay, class? Okay, now similarly see potential across BE, potential across BE. B is connected with A, E is connected with D. That is potential across AD. They are equal because nodal concept, they are directly connected. Is that okay, class? You understand the nodal concept? Okay. The next topic is how to find the equivalent capacitance expression, and we will understand what is the meaning of equivalent capacitors. Okay. Okay, now what is equivalent capacitance of combination of capacitor? What this topic means? For example, we have a circuit which has some potential difference V. Okay, V potential difference is connected across a combination of capacitors, a combo of capacitor. That is, multiple capacitors are connected here, series, parallel, all together, and they are connected to a source. Okay, you understand? Now, these all capacitors combined together and this capacitor taken out Q charge from this source V. Source means a source of potential difference V, battery. Okay. So this all capacitor combined together and this all what is the job of capacitor? To store charges. So these all capacitors all together taken out Q charge from the source. Okay. Now, what is net capacitance? What is equivalent capacitance? Equivalent capacitor means सवासेर. What is the meaning of सवासेर? सब मिलके जो काम किया, अकेला वही अकेला काम कर लेगा. Hero in movies, the hero. Okay, all gunda together is fighting, and hero alone can beat all the gundas. That means what is the hero? Hero is the net. सवासेर, सबका बाप. बोलते हैं ना हम लोग अपने language में. So something like that. Okay, now see. In the place of all the capacitors, if we have a single capacitor connected with the same source, okay, same source के साथ connect किया एक single capacitor मैंने, okay, in place of all the capacitors, I removed all the capacitors Across these 2 points, instead of so many capacitors, I am using a single capacitor connected with the same source, and what we can find out, that the same charge is coming. The charge what was coming here by all the capacitors, the same charge is coming alone by this capacitor. Then what is this? This is called equivalent capacitance of combination of capacitor. That means ये इन सबका बाप है. Understand? इन सबका सवास है. What he is doing, okay, alone, that job, what he is doing, he is taking out Q charge from V. The same work, the same charge Q is taken out from the same source by this all the capacitors. So this is what? Net of these capacitors. Okay. Now we will find the expression of equivalent capacitors when it is in series and parallel. Okay. First, net capacitance in series. Okay, we will connect multiple capacitors in series, and I will see how to find the net capacitance if the capacitors are connected in series. So say I'm taking 3 capacitors C1, C2 and C3 connected in series. One terminal is connected C, no branching, and one terminal is connected, no branching. Okay, this terminal C1, this terminal is not connected with this one. These and these are not connected, only one terminal is connected. They are in series. Here also only one terminal is connected, see directly. This and this are not connected. Okay, now what will happen? Let the capacitor C1 take in Q charge from the source. That means this plate will have plus Q. Now this plate plus Q, what we will do? This plate will attract the electrons from this plate. Okay, this plus Q has come from the source. Try to understand, huh? Okay, now this plus Q will try to attract the electrons from this plate, this one, C2 first plate. That means the similar amount of electrons will go this side and this plate become minus Q. Okay. Now since this has 2 plus charges, this has 2 minus induced charges. So these minus charges has come from this plate. That means this plate will have now 2 plus charges. Now again this plus charges will attract electrons from this plate. Okay. That means now this plate will have negative electrons. Now these electrons are coming from where? From the plates of this capacitor C3. That means that this capacitor will have now plus 2Q. Okay. Similarly, plus 2Q will attract electron from the source. Right, clear? That means this plate of C2, second plate of C3 will have minus Q. So what we understand that all the capacitors have same charge in a series circuit. Okay. Now, with respect to capacitor, I told you we have 2 formulas of capacitance. One is epsilon naught A by D, one is Q equals to CV. Now, I told you also when to apply this, when to apply this. CV. We apply this formula when there is a change in the construction of capacitor. If we are changing the area, if we are changing the separation between the plates, if we are placing the dielectric between the plates, then we use this expression. And when we use this expression, when the capacitors are connected with the source. So in this case, are we changing area, diameter, separation? Nothing. But this capacitors are connected with the source. So we use the second formula, Q equals to CV. Now try to understand what are the few things you need to worry about when you use this formula, whether in numericals or in theory. Try to understand. To apply Q equals to CV, your first job is to select C. Okay. Okay. Which capacitor you want to apply? For example, I want to apply with capacitor C7. Okay. So you have to write like this. Q7 equals to C7 V7. पहले ये लिख दो. Capacitor. Okay. For the capacitor C7, this is the charge Q7. Similar notion. Okay. And V7. Now what is Q7? Is a charge going inside the C7. What is V7? Is the potential difference across the C7. Okay. Always in any numericals we write it like this first, and then we will compare with the system what we have. What is Q7? Whether Q7 is Q or Q2 or Q3. That depends on the topic to topic or figure to figure or circuit diagram to circuit diagram. Okay. But we start from here. First we select the capacitance. Then we apply whichever number capacitors we are dealing with. Apply the formula, then we check what is the Q7. You should understand this Q7 will be the capacitor inside the capacitor. The capacitors which we are dealing with. V7 is the potential difference across that capacitor. Don't take any potential difference as you wish. No, you cannot take any potential difference as you wish. Okay. So now we will apply these things. So what we will do, across each capacitors we apply the formula. Now what we have taken, I have taken across capacitor C1 the potential difference is V1, across capacitor C2 the potential difference is V2, across capacitor C3 the potential difference is V3. Now at C1 if you apply the formula Q1 equals to C1 V1, because we are applying C1, so Q1 equals to C1 V1. Now what is Q1? Charge in C1. So what is charge in C1? Q. So I am writing Q. Okay. But we are starting from here so that there is no confusion. C1 we will written as C1, V1 is V1 only. Potential difference across C1 is V1. From there what is got V1? CQ by C1. Similarly for C2, Q2 equals to C2 V2. Charge through C2 is Q2. What is the charge through C2 is Q. So I have written in the place of Q2 I have written Q. C2 V2. From there we got V2. Similarly Q3. Okay. Now from here to here how much potential difference we have? V. Now this point is directly connected with AB. That is potential difference across AB is V only. Nodal concept. And from here to here potential difference is this plus this plus this. Okay. Now comes the special figure which is not there in the books but there in the notes. Try to understand this figure why it's important. Now these are the three capacitors which are taking out how much charge? Q charge from the source. Now what the net capacitance definition say? Across the points, if you apply a single capacitor, it will take out the same charge. Then that is called net capacitance, right? So across AB, see this figure and this figure are same. What I am doing, in the place of AB, we have three capacitors here across AB. Now we are removing the three capacitors and I am placing a single capacitor C. And I am naming that C is the net capacitance. If C is the net capacitance across AB, that means whenever I connected C with the same source V, how much charge we'll have? We'll have same charge Q. Okay, that is the definition of net capacitance. We'll have same charge. So if you apply formula with this capacitor, Q equals to C into across potential difference. Okay, potential difference across the C, VAB. Am I clear? Q is a charge in C. Okay, Q equals to CV we are applying. With which capacitor? With this capacitor. Okay, the Q is Q only. Same charge is going. V is potential difference across AB. The potential difference across AB is nothing but V. So I am writing V. From there I got V. Okay, now this V value, V1, V2, V3 value, substitute here. Okay, we will get 1 by C equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. Okay. Now listen very carefully. Whenever you have these reciprocal formulas, okay, for example we have C1 1 microfarad, we have C2 2 millifarad, we have C3 4 farad. Okay, these three are connected in series. You can predict the value of net capacitance. The net capacitance will be the smaller of the smallest out of the which is the smaller value, 1 microfarad. Then after calculation you will get it is less than 1 microfarad discount. Okay class, so always whenever the formula is 1 by, in register it is in parallel. Okay, so in parallel the net capacitance, whenever you have reciprocals, the net capacitance value will be always smaller than the smallest. Smaller than the smallest. Out of these three, the smallest is microfarad. So the net capacitance is smaller than the smallest. Okay. Now in numerical, sometimes we use a shortcut which is valid only for two capacitors. C is equals to C1 into C2 by C1 plus C2. Okay. See, net capacitance multiplication by addition. But don't use your common sense. Okay. It doesn't work always. For example, sir ने तो ऐसा बोला था, मैं ऐसा कर देता हूँ C2, C2, C3, C1 plus C2 plus C3. हाँ, sir ने बोला था गलत भी है. Okay, this is wrong. Okay, so this common formula, shortcut formula, is only valid for two capacitors in reciprocal form. This is not valid for three capacitors. So, in generalize, the formula is 1 by C equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. Okay, but just to, like when we are in a rush, for two capacitors we can write like this. Upper multiplication, niche addition. But this doesn't valid for three capacitors. Is that okay class? Okay, now we'll go for the next parallel combination. Okay, the next topic is we need to find net capacitance in a parallel circuit. Okay, like multiple capacitors are connected in parallel. And what is the expression for net capacitance? We'll go for this. Okay, So now see, we are taking three capacitors C1, C2 and C3. They are connected in parallel. See, these two terminals of C1 and these two terminals of C2, they are connected directly. Branching is there, but for parallel branching doesn't matter to me. So they are connected directly. Only wire is there. If there is some other capacitor in between, then kachara, then they are not parallel. Okay, but there is only one wire is there. See, similarly this and this only wires. So these three are in parallel, right? Now, how we will understand whether the charge will distribute or not? Like in the previous case, we understand the charge was same by the induction process. We understood, right? But always we cannot go for the induction process. We have to use a basic concept. Okay, let's talk about a simple day-to-day life condition. For example, there is a corridor we have. Okay, the corridor is divided into two parts, two different corridors after some distance. From here, 50 students are going. For example, in single corridor there are 50 students are going. These students are actually charges. Okay. Suddenly those students, 50 students got two corridors. What will happen? You will say 25, 25. Wow, wow, wow. Itna easy thodi hai. Itna unique, itna like the universe is not so balanced that equal amount chala jayega. Few will go out of 50, few will go this side and few will go that side. Right? So for example, 10 go that side, 40 goes that side. Yes, it may happen 25, 25 also. So similar like this, now see here, for example, these three capacitors all together taking out Q charge from the source. Now the Q charge gone. From here, this Q number of charges got three different paths to go. So what will happen? Few charges will go this side, I am taking that as Q1. Few charges will go this, I am taking it as Q2. Few charges will go there, I am taking it as Q3. Okay, so whether the charge will distribute or not, that you can understand from the pathways. If the path is distributing, the charge will automatically distribute. Is that okay? About Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q. So what we understand, the Q only distributed into Q1, Q2, Q3. So I can write Q equals to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Right? Now, let's check about the potential concepts. This point and this point are directly connected with V. See? Are you getting me? These 2 points, this point is directly connected with A, this point is directly connected with B. That is potential across A, B is V. And A, B is directly connected here, A is directly connected here. That is potential difference across C1 is V. Similarly, this and this point directly connected, only wire we have. That is potential difference across C2 is also V. Okay, now C3, this point and this point is directly connected. What is the meaning of directly connected? Only wires. That is potential difference across C3 is also V. Now if you apply formulas with these three, Q1, if you apply formula with C1, the formula will be written like this: Q1, C1, V1, right? Q1 equals to C1, V1. Now, check out C1. Charge is Q1, I have written Q1 equals to C1. What is potential difference across C1? V. So in the place of V1, I am writing V. Okay. Similarly, Q2 equals to C2, V2. Okay. Check out C2. Charge is Q2 only, so I am writing Q2 after this. Next step. C2 will remain C2, V2. Potential difference across C2 is how much? V. So I am writing in the place of V2, V. Same goes for Q3. Okay. Now comes the special part. What the net capacitors define, that across all those, if I remove them and if I put a same single capacitors and it will take out same charge, then that is called, that single capacitor is called as what? Net capacitors. So I am doing the same circuit we have here, the same V we have, the same charge is coming out, the same point A and B. I am removing these three capacitors and I am putting a single capacitor. Okay, C. Capacitance C. I am saying C is the net capacitance. If C is the net capacitance, that means what? These three combined together, how much charge is coming out? Q. That means this will take out Q charge. So if I apply the formula with this capacitor, Q equals to C, and potential difference across this capacitor is what? VAB. So what is VAB? V. Okay, so we got Q, we got Q1, we got Q2, we got Q3. Substitute here. Okay, from there we got C equals to C1 plus C2 plus C3. Okay, now in the next videos we will study some numerical concept. The chapter theory is done. Okay, we will go for a few numerical concepts. Thank you very much.